Okay, welcome to this moment of respite in our days. And unfortunately today, Nina Peskin couldn't be with us today because she has a very serious family thing going on. So we wish prayers to her. Her grandmother is nearing death. So we're going to sing for her and sing this piyut, which is a traditional piyut for the first and second days of Pesach. Birach Dodi ad shetechpat ahavat giluleinu. 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 This piyut, Birach Dodi, hasten, my beloved. It's a piyut directed toward God, written in the 10th century by Shlomo ha-Bavli, and it's a traditional piyut to recite on the first day of Pesach, and it's trying to connect Pesach, the time of our first redemption as the Jewish people, to this moment, a moment in which we might be again in need of redemption. And it draws on the idea of a cycle that the ancient rabbis said was the way time works. Instead of time being an arrow shot from a bow, they saw time as a spiral going around and round, experiencing the same things maybe, but in slightly different ways and slightly different times. So the model for redemption that we have in the Pesach story is a story that we pray will continue to be repeated, that the rabbis saw repeated in their times, and that generations of Jews have seen repeated, a story about oppression followed by redemption. So this piyut draws on those themes, asks God to hasten the time of our renewal, and acknowledges that at different times in our history we've been consumed by enemies from within or from without, and ask God to uproot them from our midst, and then ask God to restore your city, the city of Jerusalem, that will restore our ability to sing, and the city of Jerusalem as a symbol of the good life that we hope to have, a city no longer locked down and bereft, but a city in which people move through the streets in happiness. And we ask that that hour comes soon, that our redemption comes soon. In the second paragraph, it refers to what the prophets foretold and asks God to lift us from the shadows, and it's drawing on the idea that we can rely on the prophetic word. Famously, Rabbi Akiva, at the destruction of Jerusalem, when they walked through the ruins, Rabbi Akiva laughed. And when his fellows asked why he was laughing, he said, "Well, why are you crying?" And they said, "Well, because the prophecies that foretold destruction have come upon us." And he said, "Well, that's why I'm laughing, because if the prophecies of destruction, of difficulty, if those can come upon us, then I know that the prophecies that tell of our redemption will also come true." So it asks God to make that happen for us, to raise us up when we've been cast down, to give us wisdom that allows us to help others, not just ourselves, and to reveal the strength of God's power in the world so that we can say, yes, this is it. This is the sound of God. This is the sound of redemption. This is the voice of my beloved. Then it asks in the third paragraph, the third stanza, God to come as swift as a deer. It's an image like from the Song of Songs, as all of this imagery is, to put an end to our imprisonment, something we're really feeling at this moment. And when we are brought low, we have a vision of what it's like to return to normalcy, return to goodness. We feel sometimes we have no leadership, no prophet, no one to help us, and ask God to be that help for us. And finally, in the fourth paragraph, the fourth stanza, it asks God to remove from us guilt and pain. So let those whom we may see as our enemies be confounded by our ability to transcend our guilt and our pain. And ask that we are able to say, yes, my beloved has come, my Redeemer. And it's really striking that this language is so filled with love. It's hard to translate it adequately, I think. The words like beloved, Redeemer, the one who's close to me, my beloved friend. That's how we refer to God in this piyut. So it's very much in the tradition of the Song of Songs, which I was teaching last week, I guess it was, where there's an analogy drawn between the love between human beings and the love between human beings and God. And here it's asking God to be that close to us. And, the Kabbalists, the mystics say that God is actually always that close to us. It's just that we can't see God. We don't realize the closeness of God. And if we could, then our lives would be transformed and we would be renewed and we would be redeemed. So in part, this piyut is asking for the kind of redemption we can see, and in part it's asking for the kind of redemption that we can't see, the redemption that comes from inside of us, the renewal that we hope for. So before we begin to sing, and I know it's a piyut with a lot of words, but we will be repeating that first part that I sang at the beginning again and again in between the stanzas, so we can all join in at least for that. But before we sing, I want us to take a little time for a meditation. And so just to get comfortable wherever you're sitting, to really feel yourself, where your body is, what points of contact there are between your body and the chair, or wherever you're sitting. Just feel what those are. Notice where you are. This isn't about making yourself any particular way, just noticing what's happening around you. Noticing your breath, however it is, whether it's shallow or deep, whether you're breathing fast or slow. Just following your breath in and out. As you're noticing your breath, just to notice where you might be feeling tension, where you might be feeling bottled up in your body, or even in your soul. Just to notice it. Notice the places where you're not at ease. And just thinking about our hearts, just to notice where your heart might be feeling constricted, pain of being far from those we love, not being able to touch our friends, our family members. Just to notice that pain may be there. And then just after noticing that, noticing the tension, noticing where the pain might be, just to open yourself up to the possibility of ease, to the knowledge that however far we are from those we love, we can still feel their love and they can feel ours. To acknowledge that this time of separation won't go on forever. The possibility of renewal. As easily as our breath coming into our bodies to fill us up just with a little hope. So let's just try to breathe in that hope just for a minute here. With every cycle of breath, just let yourself feel the possibility of that hope. Dodi ad שתחפץ אהבת גילולנו ברך דודי עד 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 שתחפץ אהבת גילולנו שוב לרחם כי קרילנו שובנו תוללנו ארוז כקעקע בצאת מתילנו הקם תורך נגן שתילנו הנה על זה עומד החכות לנו עומד החכות לנו עומד החכות לנו וברך דודי עד שתחפץ אהבת גילולנו ברך דודי עד שתחפץ אהבת גילולנו ברך דודי עד שיפוח קץ מחזי חיש ונסו הצלי מזה ירום ניסה בגאווה נבזה יזכיר ויוכיח בגויים רבים יזה הסוף זרועך כרוח הזה דודי הנה זה דודי הנה זה דודי הנה זה ברך דודי עד שתחפץ אהבת כלולנו ברך דודי עד שתחפץ אהבת כלולנו ברך דודי ודמה לך לצבי ייגש קץ קצבי ולא תמשבי לתרת צבי טובים טבים הצבי ואין מביא ונביא ואין מביא ונביא ולא תשבי משבי משיבי ולא תשבי משבי משבי משיבי ברך דודי עד שתחפץ אהבת כלולנו ברך דודי עד שתחפץ אהבת כלולנו ריבה ריבי הסר חובי ורחבי וירא ויבוא שויבי ואשיב חופי בניבי זה דודי גואלי קרובי ראי ואהובי אל אלוהי אבי אל אלוהי אבי אל אלוהי אבי ברך דודי עד שתחפץ אהבת כלולנו 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 וברך דודי עד שתחפץ אהבת כלולנו ברך דודי עד שתחפץ אהבת כלולנו. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you can take a sense of ease, a sense of hope for renewal into your day, into the holiday of Pesach, and through the next week. Chag Sameach, everyone.